Hi guys! Today's edition of Eating and Cooking My Way Through Winter, we're going to be using the Pampered Chef Quick Cooker, and we're going to make a rice pudding. It's an easy, quick recipe, and maybe it'll help those who are a little concerned about how to use their quick cooker and the pressure thing of it, give them a little bit of peace of mind. Okay, so let's just get going here. I have my quick cooker, and it's plugged in, and we're going to add the first basic ingredients. Oh, I forgot the water. Okay, I have my water. Now I've got all the basic ingredients, and so we're just going to start with, we pour a cup of water into the bowl. Then it's a cup of basmati, I can't say it, or jasmine rice. Actually, you can use just about any rice, but those are the ones that were called for. It's going to wiggle here a minute because I need to get to my nutmeg, and it is a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, except it looks like I have the wrong thing. So once again, we're going to stop for a second. Okay, so I guess half a tablespoon of nutmeg would have been great, but we're just going to go with a half a teaspoon of it. And then we want a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. You can also use a stick cinnamon, that would be really good. My daughter used nutmeg that she actually ground when she did it. Alright, so the ingredients are in there except for the tablespoon of butter, which we shall throw in there now. A tablespoon of butter. Give this a quick stir, kind of get everything together. In the original recipe it says, well, first you want to clean the rice. I don't know why you clean the rice in your quick cooker, but it did. I didn't. I cooked it or cleaned it before. Alright, so then the lid goes on. And it sings to you. Okay, so there's a couple things that are important to remember. This little steam thing needs to be completely up. And over on this side, there is the poof. The poof needs to be down so that they're facing each other. And your little pressure release valve should be down. Alright, so this is quick. We're just going to cook it for 3 minutes. So we've got it on. I'm going to custom. And then we're going to do time. And we're going to go down to 3 minutes. Okay, so start with 3 minutes. Alright, so then in the meantime, we're going to combine the other ingredients. We've got 2 cups of whole milk, 1 egg that was beaten. Put that in there. 1/3 cup of sugar. It says a pinch of salt, so there's my pinch, which was kind of a big pinch. And then we need a teaspoon of vanilla, and I got to set the phone down for this. Okay, so all that's combined, and once the quick cooker is done with its 3 minutes of building up pressure, we will move on. And it's just going along. I might show you when it builds up pressure to how it changes. So what I think, as it was coming up to pressure, and it'll probably give me a number here pretty soon, but it was leaking out of this little hole a little bit, and that is an indicator until it pops up. Usually once it pops up, it won't steam out anymore. I mean, I think it has a few times, but it hasn't been a big deal. The big thing is if you see steam coming out of this, obviously your pressure isn't quite right, or the locking. And then one time, I tried to do it without the gasket installed, and I had water coming out the sides, and that too was no good. Alright, so let's see, there we go. It's now up to pressure, so it's cooking for 3 minutes, and then we'll go from there. So here we are. It has completed its 3 minutes of the pressurizing, and now it's been warming for 9 minutes, so it's doing its natural release. And it says in my recipe to let it naturally release for 10 minutes, so we're going to give it a few more seconds before, and then you can, a lot of times the recipe tells you to quick release, and that would be this button up here. And once it gets to 10 minutes, which should be any second now, we'll do that, and I can show you how that works. But it's close enough, so we're going to quick release it. So you just hit that button, and it doesn't appear, normally if there's anything left in there, steam will be rising, but apparently it has no pressure to release. So I can just turn it, turns easy, and pull it off. Sure. Okay. So now we add the custard, but first we're going to hit cancel because we want to saute, and we're going to go to our sear button and start. And now I'm going to, here's the custard. I'm going to toss that into the bowl. Get my spatula and mix it all together. And then it takes, I think about normally, though it's been cooking, so it's probably not going to take as long, 3 minutes for it to get to a sear. But what's going to happen is this will start bubbling and thicken, and then it'll be good to go. My husband likes it warm, but since he went off to work, he's not going to get it till he gets home. So he's going to have cold. We serve ours usually with raisins and cinnamon. So anyhow, that's pretty much all there is to it, and hopefully that dispelled a few mysteries. Okay, one last little picture. So this is pretty much it cooked, and it will thicken up a little bit more as it gets cooler. So depending upon your consistency you like, that'll be it. So anyhow, thanks. Hope it helped.